Greetings, my 12th man them. Long time no speak. How are you? Fine? Huh? Me, I'm not okay. Stress! Oh, the entertainment never ends at this club. The problem is none of the entertainment is on the pitch. This is the most innovative club in the world. They are creative with the nonsense, resourceful with the rubbish, nonchalant with the nonsense. I tried to create David-Ting after the first 7 days of the season. Wolves was the game. I saw this team was lame, and then the whoopings came. The warning signs were there. We've held licks on a Monday, been embarrassed on a Tuesday. We even held smoke on a Wednesday, and on Thursday and Friday and Saturday, and again on a Sunday. That's God's day. How can some devils win on God's day? It's impossible. This club was cursed from the minute they ran that satanic advert for a kit. Disgraceful. This is why the club is burning in hell right now. Old Trafford really is the home of the devils. I rebuke this kit in Jesus' name. Amen. Truth be told, that advert made me want to stop supporting this club. I was walking away. This team was trouble in my life. I was walking away, to find a better day. But man has Stockholm syndrome. I can't leave this team alone. Week in, week out, I tune in. And for what? Why do I bother? Can someone fill me in? Pause. Hey, yo, that's crazy. I was watching this game one day when we conceded a goal. The whole team crumbled and then lost all control. And it's been the same every game since. Groundhog business. We ain't going forward at all. All we do is rewind. Then the crowd say boo. Pretenders, losers, wastemen, Deadingtons, failures. All these men know how to do. They were born to do it. What a crappy decade it has been. This is truly what they call the rise and fall. Oh my goodness. Brexit in December. These men have no use for their passports for the rest of the season. Man can't even take them obscure Ryanair flights to play Wi-Fi password teams for Thursday ball. The failure is so epic that we may have just cost the whole country an extra Champions League spot for next year. These Deadingtons are trying to avoid Europe at all costs now and forever. What in the Boris is going on here? No more Les Grandes Equipes, the champions. Not even a cheeky oh Lord, man's just local now, domesticated. Man are just available on weekdays like some any universal credit claimers. Nah, wholesale changes need to come ASAP. Are you mad? Jim Ratcliffe, man can't call him sir. He has a baby stake in this club. That means he still has to call each of the Glazers sir. This is not life. How can a man spend over $1 billion and still have to ask permission before making decisions? I can't be the only one that thinks this is gonna be some groundbreaking, never before seen level of foolishness. Ratty wants to focus on signing British, huh? British, you say? Do his old eyes not see where the British in this team have led us? Brexit. This Rishi Bojo is determined to make us suffer with these conservative policies. I don't trust him. His reign has to be short. We need a braver man to do a reversal will and ship these Deadingtons out. Bring back the boats. Put the British in them and export them. Australia vibes. Then import some foreigners. There is a skill shortage in the British market. How can this man want to add even more of these expensive Deadingtons and keep the existing ones premium paying? Why? Because this one. We're even hearing he wants Graham Potter as manager. He can't give Potter paper. He ain't suffering with gangsteritis. He's suffering with an acute case of not for big clubism. He burned down the bridge with $1 billion. When he had £1 billion, he got loud with the signings, but they never made a sound. When he had £1 billion, he sits so fast down the table, they went from top 3 to below mid. This can't be real. When did he come back in style? It's peak times. There ain't nothing like this debacle. How can I explain? This club is such a joke. I'm laughing at my brain. I'm free to stop supporting, but I can't walk away. It could be night or day. This club will always find a way to stress man's life. These devilish owners are gonna keep this club burning until all that's left is white ash on Sir Alex Ferguson. Wait. Oh, I am very feel. I'm hearing all the calls for 10-10's head. I hear it, but I ain't in that camp. I told you last season in 10-10 I trust. Ten Hag in, thank you please. Listen to me good. In order to break this bad, man have to let him cook. Heisenberg's product has not been 10-10 this season at all. Far from it. It's been non-stop bad batches. The chemistry just ain't been right. But what do you want from him? How is he supposed to produce that bang bang when he hasn't had the methylamine, a sanitized lab, or any competent type of assistance? Man has had broken equipment, a bunch of skinny Pete's combos and badgers moving the product, and any Jesse Pinkman mishandling the protection, and a Tuco just causing all kinds of issues and making too much noise. Season 2 was a mess for Heisenberg. Man didn't start winning until season 3 when man cut all these rubbishes out and started working with Gustavo Fring. Structure. A man got a state-of-the-art lab, distribution, protection, and a calm environment to work in, and the success came instantly. 10-10 really is Walter White. He just needs to get to season 3. He has made mistakes. I'm not saying he's been flawless. Could he be doing better? Course. I've had an Ancelotti level eyebrow raise to some of his lineups, some of his subs, his style of play, signings, fallout with players, but context is key. I'm not gonna make excuses for 10-10, but injuries, proper support in the market, not just buying but getting rid of players, mismatches of players, lack of technical ability in the squad, mentally pathetic ballers, constant individual errors, overinflated salaries, ownership madness. These are all factors in how the season has gone. Now, 10-10 might not be the answer long term. How? However, so many of these players need to go before he does. I refuse to see these common denominator Deadingtons outlast another manager. Spineless team. We literally don't have a spine in this team. We only have one vertebrae and it's currently out of place. Lissandro, we miss you. The Butcher is one of only 5 players that I would definitely keep. The others are Mainu, Garnacho, Ahmad and Hoyland. They're young, they're talented and they have the potential to develop into top players. But we need to get these youngins away from the Deadingtons before it's too late. But the rest of this squad, I can't stand this squad. Let's take a look at them. Let's start with the goalkeepers. Onana. This ain't no African giant. This boy is a burner of points. You can't trust a grown man of a high top. From time you meet him, he's trying to trick you into thinking he's taller than he is. He is a lie. What Tin Man go do with this brother? Sometimes he does stuff that makes you think, yeah. And just when you start to rate him, a man does stuff that makes you say, oh, nah. Beanie Man vibes. Simmer. This keeper keeps moving like a swimmer. A man is forever diving and doing front crawl, backstroke, butterfly, bare arm flapping on dry land. Man's moving like a fish out of water. Oh, water, no rest, yo. What Tin Man got do with this brother, I said. Infuriating guy. King David made mistakes, but oh lord, it wasn't this peak. The mad thing is David's still in money. He's chilling with the squad, sending eyeball emojis, looking over at Ten Hag like, don't go anywhere. Are you blind? You can't see me? Why you kick me out so fast? And he's not wrong. It's peak out in these streets. Heaton and Biryani can't even get a cheeky 5 minutes. I ain't quite ready to completely write him off, but Onana needs to fix up ASAP or get out of here, man. Shit, know what I'm saying? Now let's move on to the centre backs. I want to start with that genetically modified chipmunk. Raphael Varane is a tool for nothing, 6'5", wet white. A man has glass ankles, knees and hips. This fragile fella can sneeze and end up sidelined for 6 weeks. If he starts a game, he can't finish a game. Guaranteed at some point he's gonna do the Varane skank. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes. Man gets injured and off he goes. Pathetic. He is a waste of a sub, yet man wanna argue why the gaffer doesn't pick him. 340 grand a week to be this brittle is unacceptable. He can bounce tonight. His biggest crime is being so fragile that he let Slabby back in and even keep his place. Maguire came back into the team and decided to perform. Player of the month and all sorts. That's probably gonna get him a new contract and keep us stuck with him for many more years. I can't believe it. Now I ain't a hater. Credit where it's due. Harry Maguire has come into the team and definitely been our best player the last few weeks. I rate it. I even respect it. But he can't be here next season. I don't care, so what? I see his game. He's trying to Phil Jones the thing and we're just stupid enough to let it happen. Shit. Isn't that how Johnny Evans got back into the club? He got relegated with Leicester. He was wanted by nobody. Came to train at the club and then got himself a contract. And he has played plenty of games. At 35 years old, this is literally a Leicester City defense. I swear this club is a hustler's dream. Just bare gullible marks everywhere ready to free up the cash on nonsense contracts. And then we have the so-called Iceman. Victor Lindesoft is a slushy, a puddle. That brother is a full-blown whap. He just gets run through by literally anyone that comes his way. How does he play for this club? All of these men can bounce with the swiftness. Now shall we discuss our fullbacks? Good lord. Diego Dalot can go. That Portugueser is a sick pretender. He does a cheeky step over and 2-2 dribbles like it's gonna amount to something. But he ain't fooling anyone. I ain't never seen anyone work so hard to do nothing. Man don't create. Man don't track his man. Man can't even concentrate. This is some ADHD baller. He should go right back to the Portuguese league. Spider-Man. I like him. I do. He's the best one-on-one tackler in the game. He has improved a lot in every aspect of his game. But it is not enough. He's too basic with the ball and dead with the outcomes. An upgrade is required. Shaw has been injured most of the season. He was good last season. People keep telling me we miss him badly, but let's just be real. He's our longest serving player. This is his 10th year, and he only has 3 goals and 16 assists to his name. In a decade, what exactly did we miss? To contrast, Trent Alexander-Arnold has 14 goals and 56 assists in 8 seasons. Reece James, who plays about 15 games a season, has 7 goals and 15 assists in 5 years. Even Ben White, a centre-back playing fullback, has 3 goals and 6 assists in his last 3 years. An upgrade is required. Reguilon is a loan signing from Spurs. Man are borrowing players from allergic to trophies Tottenham. What is the plan here? Malacia has had a mystery injury all season and ain't kicked a ball yet. These are our fullback options. Every last one of them can be replaced and upgraded. Time to look at midfield. The heartbeat of the team. The engine room. We have problems. The engine light is on. Where do we even begin? Let's start with Casemiro. I ain't gonna sit here and act like he's a Deadington. He ain't. He's a leader, a winner, a professional. But he came into the season looking like he spent the summer shotting kebabs while getting high on his own supply. He went from tortoise pace to sloth pace. His whole game gets on my nerves. The man can't stop sliding around, giving the ball away cheaply and committing bare fouls, all in slow motion. We can't even keep him on the pitch. He's either getting sent off, subbed or injured. 70 million and 300 grand a week for a player that we knew we'd have to upgrade within a year or two. It's a joke thing. He can't be here next season. Sofian Amrabat, another borrowed baller. Send him back. Again, he's a decent player, but he's just a slower but slightly more composed Fred. This ain't an upgrade. This is a side move. We're a squad full of sidemen. Furthermore, this brother has a strong hairline yet is voluntarily bald. Do you know how offensive that is to us follically challenged man? A man is trans bald. Get him the hell out of here. Christian Eriksen, man came back from the dead, but I'm convinced he's a ghost. He's non-existent in midfield. Every up just runs right past him. His legs are gone. It ain't his fault, but it also ain't our problem. He needs to get gone too. Scott McTominay, our top scorer. He's got a couple goals and has the fan base confused. Do not be fooled by his goals. He's still a Deadington, but he knows if he scores 2 goals, he'll get a huge contract and he can chill. It's a tried and tested formula at this club. The plan to get rid of him last summer should not change this summer. He needs to go. Let's discuss Mason Mount. Why on earth did we sign this guy? Again, I don't think he's a bad player, but what does he do? What was the plan? Why? Because this player, another Englishman at a premium, 60 million in his final year of contract and 250 grand a week. This is expensive pain. He can't even get fit to play, yet he's still doing the same numbers from the injury table as he does when he plays. This club makes me sick. And then we have the leader of this nonsense, Captain Not So Magnifico, Bruno Mourinho Fernandes. Oh my days, this Portuguese is such a bitch. I just want to give a Muay Thai kick to face, but he would probably just complain to a referee. He's not a leader. He's not a player you build your team around. You can't control games with him constantly trying Hollywood passes and foolish shots. Now granted, he can get you goals and create a few chances, but it ain't enough for what he costs us. He needs to go. Not even because he's a terrible player, but because as long as he's there, he has to play. And as long as he plays, we'll always be Moments FC. We have to get rid of the supreme whiny one so we can build a sustainable style of football. Statement sale. I'm sure them Saudi man will pay top dollar for him, and we need them monies. Now finally, let's talk about our forwards. These men are more backwards than forwards. They're a bunch of binary bitches. Just bare ones and zeros as stats so far into the season. Garbage. They can all bounce. Now let's start with that flat head back boy, Sir Marcus Rashford. His football IQ is so low. A man only has 2 brain cells and yet they're scuffing it out for 3rd place. It's not even his fault. His head back is too flat to hold a regular sized brain. It hinders his regular basic functions. This is why he runs straight into defenders when he's dribbling. He can't see passes because his nose obstructs his view. His shooting is dead because he has knuckles instead of toes. He doesn't track back because his internal L3 button is broken. It's stuck on forward. Basically, this brother's a walking disaster. He ain't a footballer. He's an athlete playing football. He's 26 years old, yet man still talk like he's a young player coming through. And the great argument, oh, but he scored so many goals last season, blah, blah, blah. He was just trying to score that 350 grand a week back. Last season was the anomaly. This season is the norm. Deadington, get him out and tell him to take that supremely sensitive one with him. Oh my goodness. Jadon Sancho makes me sick. Soft. This is the type of guy that sits down to pee. This youth needs to go back to Kennington where it started. He left the block way too soon before he could develop some cojones. Spoiled bitch. Go play Fortnite somewhere else. Get out of my club. Yet another expensive English player on 350 grand a week and unavailable. Premium pain. And yet Ratty wants to add more of these. Good lord. Then we have Anthony, a Brazilian with an English name. What the hell is this? Can we not escape from this British bondage? Useless baller. A man can't cross, can't pass, can't shoot, can't skip defenders. All he can do is work hard. That is not Brazilian. That is English. Another player that works super hard to do nothing. Him and Dallo on the right is actually elite level uselessness. He needs to go. And finally, we have the other Anthony, Martial. AM9 was always my guy, so this one hurts. But enough is enough. It really was 50 million down the drain. I'm too sad about this one to even say anything else. He has to go. Au revoir. All these men have to get the hell out. No exaggeration. Extreme actions need to be taken to stop this extreme decline. We have Deadingtons everywhere. We have been collecting them and rewarding them for their Deadingtonitis for years. Enough. No more. These men have to go before 1010 does, as far as I'm concerned. Anywho, that's just my thoughts. Now let's get back to regular scheduled programming and witness the annihilation at Anfield that is coming tomorrow. Dear Lord, just don't let it be 7 again. Thank you, please.